what people keep missing about this is really Griffin has been telling on himself the entire time. He said that winning and making money, because he said I wouldn't re-sign for any amount of money in the world, was not what was most important to the GM of a team. I think Griffin's a pretty good GM. Do you want to hire an executive where winning and making money is not the most important thing? Like in life, that's good to concentrate on the process because the result of life is death. So concentrate on the process. That's life. That's great. That's a healthy attitude. But in business.
This got morbid real quick.
But the point is, in business, it'd be the GM of a basketball team.
Yeah.
I don't care about the mental or emotional health of my general manager.
You don't care
Not even a little. I want him to get the job done. So if he's complaining about the fact, and he kind of is admitting it now, look, I didn't handle it well enough. If what's most important to the GM is that he has a good time, it's more organic. I love the process of doing it. If that's more important than results, that's a problem.
He is lying. That's what he's doing. Like, to even take anything he said on the jump at face value and think that that's what he really meant, he's lying. He's like, you know what? Let me go out and fall on the sword now and say I was talking about me and I didn't handle it well.
Why clean it up, though?
But because there is no confusing he's not the same animal about winning. That don't have nothing to do with media. That doesn't have anything to do with my comfort level with the media. It doesn't have anything to do with the way that David Griffin handled anything. When you say LeBron isn't the same animal about winning, you are pointing at the man. And that is what you were talking about. There's no way to walk around that. And to say that building a team around him, what they did was unorganic and unsustainable, that's okay to me. I don't know why people even care about that. Because you thought we only have LeBron
he didn't
for a
walk
certain.
back the animal line.
Like we only have. But what he walked back was nothing. What he walked back, all he said was, it was about me. Guys, look at me. I'm going to say that it was about me. So now you can say I stood up and I said something. And because he even confused somebody like you, you're one of the smartest people I know, and you fell for the trick. Right? You let him take your eye off the cards, off the ball, and go to him. He talked about LeBron. He talked about what it was like to work with this man. He questioned this man's will to win now. That's an issue. You don't get to question another man's will to win. Right? The only reason you got that was because of the unsustainable, unorganic things you had to do to build a team around the best player in the world. I wouldn't want him to not be my GM because he doesn't want money and winning. I don't want him to be my GM because he's lying. I don't want him to be my GM because he pointing the finger at his player. I'm saying, as
I want
a player,
my GM to lie.
No, you want your GM to lie, right? Because
lots of money.
Because you're sitting up there as the suit, right? I'm talking about from a player's perspective. I don't want to work under that dude. So continue.
There's something more here. There's definitely something more here because you can't sit here and say that you won a championship and you're miserable. You can't say that. And you also can't say that one of the greatest basketball players to ever step on the court, you can't question his desire to win.
100%.
So there's something more here. And I think I'm with you. I think David Griffin is lying. And I'm not saying he's not a good GM. I do think he's a good GM, but he's lying here. And there's something more to this because LeBron James. It's LeBron James. LeBron James? Yeah. It's LeBron James. Yeah. How are you going to say you're miserable building around this man who was arguably one of the greatest players to ever play the game, and you won a championship with him? If it's difficult for you, then maybe we should get.
He's telling on himself.
Maybe we should get a different GM in here if it's difficult for you. If you're miserable and it's inorganic of you winning a championship. Mm-hmm. So.
No, that's my problem with the GM. First of all, I want to address both. My problem with the GM is, it's great in your own life to want to enjoy the process, but if that's what's more important to you than winning, then don't be the GM.
Say it? Why do you say it?
Yeah, that's what I want.
Why do you say
it? Well, I think he's talking about the toxic environment that KD was talking about. There's a lot that goes with LeBron being there, a media circus, pressure.
But KD has his own
pressure to win right now.
The other thing about that is soft feelings.
You bring up the desire to win. I think it's fine for him to say that, and I'll tell you why. Let me ask you both. And don't give me the PC athlete answer. Tell me the truth. When LeBron went to Miami, what was that about?
About winning championships.
About championships. Mm-hmm. When he went back to Cleveland, was that just about going home? Or did he see Kyrie plus the Wiggins pick could be flipped into something, and he knew he could have the best squad in the East?
Here's the thing. Now, he's a businessman, but having the best
Well, no, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
But having the best squad in the East means you win championships.
Right. I'm not there yet. So you're with me so far. When he went to the Lakers, was that the same thing?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So it's fair to say that decision that he just made, as opposed to previously when it was just about winning, incorporates things that aren't just about winning championships.
So you think LeBron going to the Lakers is not about winning championships?
Not just about.
Not just about.
It's not just about. I think.
What's the number one goal for him going to the Lakers? It's winning championships. There's no. Hold on, Max. You can't tell me that LeBron James made the decision to go to one of the most prestigious and historic franchises in the NBA.
I'm saying,
and not win it, and
let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. When he went to, I understand. When he went to Cleveland, part of it was going home. Part of that was going home.
But he had to bring a championship.
But he doesn't go home unless they have the assets to win a championship there. Kyrie plus assets to flip into what turned out to be Kevin Love. When he looked at the Lakers, it was about going to the Lakers. Of course, wherever he plays, he's trying to win a championship. That goes without saying. But factors other than, I think that can be the best team with me on it, played into it.
Here's what I'll say about it. Initially, right? And I still feel partly this way. There are other things that happened in Los Angeles for LeBron James that are just as important as winning right now. Right? There were family things, there were business things. But also, when you see how this thing played out, right? That Anthony Davis is now in Los Angeles. Anthony Davis has Rich Paul as his agent. There was probably some knowledge of LeBron James that could happen.
Oh, you think?
Right? So the fact that could happen says, you know what? I could have the best team again.
Right.
And if it takes 1 year of me fighting and waiting to get there, I still get to win my championship,
Ryan,
on top of having all of these other things.
No doubt. I'm not suggesting, nor do I think David Griffin was suggesting, that LeBron would put himself in a situation without a chance to win a championship. I agree with that. What I'm saying is, if in the past, Doug, it was like, I go to Miami because I can win there. I go back to Cleveland because I can win there. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.